Welcome to the Health Coach Nation podcast. My name is Hailey Rowe. I'm a sales and marketing coach and strategist for health coaches, life coaches, and wellness professionals who want to become a leader in their field by building their online community, rocking their sales process, and finally feeling confident about how they promote themselves and their marketing. On this show, we talk about tips to grow your business, save yourself time, and finally be able to create a sustainable, profitable business. Let's get into it. Good news, I have a new free gift for you, and it is my 4 Basics of Client Attraction replay that I'll be leaving up for June. So if you go to haileyrowe.kartra, that's KARTRA.com/page/4, like the number 4, basics. You will be able to get my 4 Basics of Client Attraction training, or you can just DM me on Instagram at Hailey_Rowe with the words 4 Basics, and I will send you the training. But before we get into today's episode, I want to let you know that that training is going to teach you what to be focused on in your coaching business to get your next clients. And it simplifies marketing by helping you determine what are the 4 steps that you can use on any platform or locally to get started with booking clients. So I hope it's super useful for you. I can't wait to hear how it goes for you, and I'll talk to you soon. Hello, we are live, and today I'm going to talk with you about what the heck is coaching, in case you don't know, and or why is coaching valuable if you've never had a coach yourself. So for many of you who are listening, you are a coach, so you get coaching and you know what it's about and you know the value of it, and you maybe experienced it for yourself and you've realized how life-changing it can be, but maybe you don't know how to communicate that to your ideal clients, or you're assuming that they know, and so your marketing's a little off because there's a gap between what you know and what they know. And so I wanted to bring some light on this topic because I talk to so many coaches, and specifically in the health or life coaching space, who want to be growing their business, but they are, struggling to have people who see the value in coaching. And so your job is to not convince people who just will never understand it, never want it, very defensive about it. Like, that is not your job. Your job is to focus on clients who want to achieve a certain outcome or result, and know that having a path and having support and having maybe a coach or maybe something to help them get there, those are the people to focus on. But there might be some of them who are kind of there and just need to know what coaching is to be able to work with you. And so that's what we're talking about today. And we're going to talk about some of the value points that you can mention and that you can embody and experience for yourself if you've never had a coach, or maybe you've experienced already if you have had a coach. So that's what we're doing today. And the other thing I want to point out before we go into this video is, so often in the coaching industry nowadays, it's really focused on what is the result you get? What is the result you get? What is the guaranteed outcome? And there is a value to coaching as a tool in and of itself that's separate from results. So I'm a big, because I am a marketing coach, I do help my clients get clear on what are the outcomes you can promote and what are the benefits of your coaching, and making sure that's really clear and making sure it's an outcome that people would pay to solve. But at the same time, I just want to remind everybody back to the key core point that having a coach in general is a thing that's going to bring transformation, is a tool that is really valuable. So to me, a coach is somebody who helps you achieve a certain outcome and realize things about yourself that are keeping you from the outcome and where you are now. Like, what is that gap between where you are now and where you want to be, and helping you transform and transmute your obstacles and get to that goal. And some people's coaching approach is asking questions and expecting the client to have all of the answers within themselves. And some coaching approaches are a combination of strategy or a proven path, or, sharing your kind of teaching and coaching. That's what I do. I do teaching and coaching. So in other words, I do teach marketing and sales and the principles of that. and time management and time blocking and skills that my clients might not either, they probably have the answers within themselves, but it'd take a long time to get it out of them. So I do teach things to help them implement a real profitable business, but I also coach them on things like mindset and, scarcity mindset with pricing, or fear of imposter syndrome or not enoughness. And so we do questions, and we do have them find answers within themselves, but I also give strategy and teaching. So you have to ask yourself, which kind of coach are you? Are you the kind of coach who just asks, pulls the wisdom out of your ideal clients, and that is your coaching approach? Or do you kind of teach and coach and have that hybrid for whatever it is that you're helping your clients achieve? So that's the first thing about what is a coach. Those are the two definitions that I would give it. Now, as far as what makes coaching valuable and useful, I would love to hear in the comments if you've ever experienced coaching and what was useful about it to you. But for me personally, I started to make a list, and one of the things that I love the most about coaching is, in order to usually the reason why you're not where you want to be in your life at any time with any goal or any area is because you think that there's a story about yourself or about your circumstances or about your situation that is limiting you from being there already. Because if you believed it 100% and you knew that you were in control of your results and you just went out and did it, it would be done. But because it's not done, it means that there is something going on for you that you don't believe about the goal, or that you think needs to change in your circumstances or world or life to be able to achieve the goal. And that is what you get coached on. That is the work, and that's the value of coaching, is finding out what that is for you, and not needing to go back, all the way to your childhood and dissect every single thing, but looking at your future and looking at moving forward and looking at knowing this pattern about yourself. How do you work through that, and how do you address that? And that is the value of coaching. Another thing that a coach provides for you is somebody who is non-biased, who can see your blind spots, and who can hold a new identity for you, even on the days you don't believe it for yourself. So your coach's job is not to, believe and baby you every single step of the way, but your coach's job will help you point out your blind spots, will help you see something in the future for yourself that you maybe can't see yet, because they don't have all the biases and the stories and the narratives in your head that you have. And it's nice and refreshing to have somebody external from you who can hold the belief, who can see things in you to point out, to help you get to where you want to go. And it's not always like a friendship conversation. It's not like you meet up with your friend and your friend's always just saying, oh, you're doing so well, and, you'll figure it out. No, a coach actually goes into the uncomfortable stuff with you that you have to go into to be able to reach the outcome you want, and ask you questions to help you realize things that you maybe didn't see in yourself. So that, and also a coach empowers you. A coach helps you find and realize that you are in control of your situation. You can create your results. And how you do that is through, finding out the little things that you're holding on to that you don't need to, right? So that's the other thing. And then the other thing that a coach does, or having a coach, the thing that I like about it is it's just kind of, it's fun. And it's an investment that's not like a shoes or like a house or something that is going to depreciate or be something that you spend money on and maybe it doesn't create a huge return. It's something that you invest in, and I think the best thing you can spend money on is your brain, your skill set, you getting better as a person, you being more inspiring as a coach. Like, to me, I am the best thing to put my money into, and the best thing to invest in, and the best thing to bet on, because I know when I do that, I'm going to come out on the other side, not with a new pair of shoes or not with a new outfit or whatever, but with a new view of myself, with a new confidence, with a new skill set, with a new ability to do something that I never thought I could do before. And that is worth a lot in my mind, and also helps you realize, as we are all already worthy as we are, but at the same time,
being able to expand and grow and look back at your year and realize you invested in yourself, you bet on yourself, and you have your own back, like, and you can honor commitments that you've made for yourself. Coaching teaches you how to do that. And that is like an invaluable skill, in my opinion. Now, the other thing is, like, if you want to be the best, coaching, people who are the best at what they do have coaches. Athletes like LeBron James invests like 10% of his wealth into his health, and like pouring into his health investments and his health. I don't know if he is a health coach or whatever, but like the point is, the elite people of the world have coaches because they know in order to keep improving, they need that accountability. They need, they want support. They want somebody external from them to help them recognize what they should be focused on and that kind of thing. And the other thing with coaching is that you can form, if your program or your type of coaching has a community with it, that's super valuable. So for me, I have the Zero to Hero Coach Inner Circle, and the people in there, it touches my heart because I've seen, some of my clients meet up for lunch, the ones that live in Florida. And I've seen, even in my free community, somebody in our community who met somebody else in my community who was a client who had a daughter, they're getting married. Like, it's just so fun to form a community of like-minded people that all, want to do the same things. And that could be a really uplifting, supportive thing to help you. Now, do you need a community to succeed? No. Do you need everybody external from you validating you along the way? No. But is it very nice to have somewhere to go when you have a bad day and you have questions and you want to relate with people who are going through the same thing and hear their perspectives? Yes, that's very nice to have. So a community aspect to my coaching is something I think is valuable. And I think if you have a coach or you're doing something aligned with coaching, creating that community is really a great thing. The other thing is, you can, in my opinion, so the key to happiness in life, okay, is like just having a sense of meaning and having growth and having purpose and having progress. Like, to me, those little choices that add up and seeing yourself improve is a key to happiness, whether that's in your relationships and in your personal life and in your business and all the things. And what I find with coaching is it has a byproduct on your whole life in improving and making it better. So if the key to happiness in my mind is progress, just progressing in life, having something you're working on, having a purpose, like that is, to me, happiness. And so coaching gives you that opportunity to do that, holds you accountable to do that. And it tends to have a byproduct, because when you realize a pattern you have in one area of your life, like with your money mindset, for example, or you realize that in your business you're not confident, but also you realize in your relationship you've been really shy and not confident in communicating what you want and need, like it has this pour over effect into other areas of your life that you will realize when you work out, oh wow, I'm a perfectionist in my business, but it's also been causing me to sign up for everything at the school for my kids and be the PTO mom of the year. And I realize I don't have to do that anymore. And I realize I can say no sometimes. And I realize that my bake sale doesn't have to be perfect. Like, it pours over. Do you see like the themes that come up in coaching with one area will come up in other areas. And when you tackle it in one area, it will tend to have a domino effect in the other areas. And you becoming more self-aware is a powerful thing for being able to change how you show up on a daily basis and the results you produce in your life. So the byproduct effect is another one. Let me read my list here and put in the comments what you love about coaching too. The other thing is, a coach doesn't sugarcoat things. So if you've been using your friends and family as therapy right now, and you're feeling like they're just giving you a generic response, or they never know what to say, or, it's just a venting pillow, that's fine. But if you're looking for somebody to give you constructive feedback and not sugarcoat everything, having a coach can be really useful. And if you don't, this is something really important too. If you are a coach and you want to sell more coaching, and you don't understand the value of coaching yourself, or you haven't seen value in coaching yourself or being with a coach, having your own coach, it's going to be challenging to really own on a deep level, authentically, the value of coaching and sell coaching. It's like if I sold a product that I don't use and don't really believe in, I'm not going to be as excited about that if compared to when I'm actually actively involved in it. I've actively seen changes and I've taken risks to be able to do and use that product, use that thing like coaching. So again, if somebody comes to you and they can't afford coaching, and you too have bought into that you can't afford coaching and you can't do coaching, you're going to buy into that feedback from them and be like, I get it. I can't either. I'm not doing it either. And so it becomes more of a, I get it conversation, jumping in the pool with the person, compared to you as a coach being an uplifter and being an example of going through coaching yourself and finding a way to do it, and working on the resources in your coaching with your coach. Like, you have to be that example for your ideal clients if you want to attract more sales and be authentic in your selling. So for me, I do have a coach. I've had a coach I would say 95% of the time during my whole business journey. I've had a coach. There was a little time where I took a break to just kind of see what next program I wanted to do, but it's been super valuable to me. Now, the other thing is, a coach can, when you make decisions really reactively, if you're like a very reactive person and you find yourself making decisions out of fear or making decisions out of scarcity or making decisions from just a bad place, a coach can help you slow down what actually happened, what you want to do intentionally, and make very sound, like much more elevated decisions that your future self will thank you for. Versus if you're misguided, like if you're on your own and you don't have anybody to talk to and you speed through events and you never slow down to become self-aware about what's going on in your brain and why you respond the way you do and all the things, you're going to keep doing that most likely, right? So that's the other thing. And then the last thing I would say, last couple of things, is coach helps you not quit. A lot of times when we have something scary we want to do in our life, it's very easy to just stay comfortable and tell ourselves we don't need to do it and just, quit on ourselves, and little mini quits until the big quit, meaning like we start by having just little quits. Like let's say you have a weight loss goal and you want to work out or whatever. It starts with missing one day, and that's not that big a deal. And then I'll do it tomorrow. But then it starts to be a lot of quits. And then eventually you just quit altogether on the goal and you say all or nothing. I'm out right now. I'm not trying to lose weight anymore. I'm just done. And a coach will not let you quit on yourself. A coach will be with you and be able to help you dissect the why it didn't work out and what to do next time and all that stuff. And it's not to say you can't do this on your own, because you can, but it just provides a much more inspiring environment to be able to hit the goals that you want to hit. And the other thing that I hope coaches do, and I always do this in my Zero to Hero Coach Inner Circle group, is they celebrate your wins with you and they help you see your wins. Because so often we're moving so fast that we don't even realize how much we've grown. And so when my clients book a client, or they do their first Facebook Live, or they do their first webinar, or whatever it is, I want to be like, that is a huge win. Even if, you feel like it's not perfect yet, or you feel like you messed up on your sales call or whatever, it is still a win. And a coach helps you see that and celebrate yourself more, because too often we are so focused on the next thing. I got to do more, not doing enough. And having a coach can help you with celebrating yourself and your wins and your progress and all of that. And same thing with having a community. We do that in my community. So it's fun to, celebrate each other. Now, the other thing is, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Grant Cardone, but he's a sales expert. And one of the things he always talks about is how trying on your own is the most expensive way to learn, because you are spending your time just with no educated guesses, no proven path, no somebody who's done it before to mentor you. So it's not to say that you're not going to have fails if you work with a coach, because you're still going to have to go through fails. You're still going to have to try different things and test different things. But it is to say that having no path, having no person who's done it before who can guide you and support you and maybe advise you on what not to do and all that is the most expensive way to learn. And what do we always be able to, what can we not get more of in our lifetime? Once it's gone, it's gone. But money, you can always get back. And resources, you can always get back. So to me, I think having somebody who's a mentor to me and can advise me like, hey, I did this and I don't think it's going to work very well for you if you try this or whatever, but also being open to many different paths, because your coach shouldn't act like they always know what's best for you, because the truth is you know what's best for you, and be able to have a mentor who can guide you with whichever strategy you choose. And that's something that I'm big on in my program. I don't make it like cookie cutter. Everybody has to do this one particular strategy because it worked for me and so, so you have to do it too. I don't believe in that. But I do believe that it is helpful to have a buffet of options that your coach can help you narrow in on compared to all the things out there, and give you tools to make whichever path you pick easier. So that's something to keep in mind. And then the other thing is being able to get coached helps you learn a skill we're never taught in school, which is how to feel feelings, how to do things that are uncomfortable, how to just get vulnerable and uncomfortable sometimes. And we're never really taught that growing up in school. And so I think it's an experience for yourself that if you give it to yourself, you will realize, wow, like, okay, I can do more than I thought. And I realize the worst case that can happen is usually a feeling, and I can get better feeling by feelings and not avoiding them, you know? And then the last thing is coaches can help you with, if they have a specialty, like a lot of my clients help people with habits. And to me, habits are super valuable, because a lot of times what's stopping somebody from getting the results they want are the little things they do day in and day out that add up. And so if you have somebody who, like for me, I'm a behavioral change specialist, and in addition to some of my other coaching certifications, and I always try to, when I'm coaching clients on business, incorporate starting small and how we actually create behavioral change with less overwhelm. And so if you're trying to get better habits, hiring a coach is a great thing to do, because they usually know naturally from their certification or whatever they did how to help you form new habits and get rid of bad ones, right? So overall, these are just some ways that having a coach and being a coach is super valuable. And if you are a coach right now and you haven't been seeing the value in what you do, or you've been undercharging because you think, what's the point, and is it valuable, and I would do this for free, or you just forget sometimes that it's not just about the end result you provide, but also about the journey and how you coach and refining those skills, I think that's, you're going to have a magic combo if you realize the value of coaching and you also are clear on the outcomes you work on with your clients. You are going to be unlimited in your potential for growth in your business. So if you have any questions about coaching, or you've wanted to work with a business marketing mindset type of coach for a long time, and you want to reach out for a free strategy consult, you can do that. Right now, for the month of April, I do have some spots open for my Business Boost Intensive, which is a good opportunity if you're trying to get your next sales in the door, your next clients, or remove a roadblock that has would have a domino effect on your business. It's a way to get really focused together for 1 month. So if you're curious about that, let me know. But I also have my signature program, the Zero to Hero Coach Inner Circle, which takes you A to Z of starting, growing, and getting clients in your business. So let me know if you have questions, and I will talk to you guys soon.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. And if you liked it and want to reserve your very own free sales audit, go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to book your very own free sales audit. On the call, we'll talk more about the common concerns you get from your ideal clients, how to overcome those concerns, how to coach through objections, how to change your mindset around sales, and improve your sales process so you can be closing and converting more clients. I can't wait to connect with you, and go to haileyrowe.com/strategy-call to take the first step. Thanks so much. Have a good day.